Psychiatric Confessions.
But
All right, this is Rob coming at you live from San Antonio, Texas. Here we are in studio, coming in hot. We are definitely Southpaw Rob, and we got C-Rod to my right, your left.
What's going on, yo? Happy Friday. Good, thanks for everyone in. Excited about this one today. Got a real special guest here.
We definitely have a special guest and somebody I'd love to introduce, but I'll let him introduce himself. We're gonna try something a little different here. Let's do that, and let's talk about how awesome you are. But let me introduce him. All right, I get off track. Sorry. So Luke I've known Luke for a very long time. 2015 is roughly around the time I met him. Great guy. He lives around the corner from me, and we play McLean, and we play a lot of the same courses and have been involved in several tournaments together. But I've always been a customer of his because he has a store, which we'll kind of talk about. But he kind of, when I first started disc golf, man, I was there talking disc with you and got to learn a lot of the game. We view the game a little differently, but and you can kind of share some of those things. I love that. But you definitely, and I thank you for that. And that's why I wanted to have this really cool guy. Yeah. He needs really no introductions, but we'll let him do it. House of the Flying Disc is his shop. It's been around San Antonio. It's San Antonio Sports 30. So I'll let him kind of talk about that as well. But in San Antonio, Texas is his shop. And we have definitely a very special guest, C-Rod.
Yeah. No, I know, I'm sure we'll get to it, but Luke is someone who I ran into, just picking up the game, and he actually taught me quite a bit. So I'm excited to just kind of hear his story around town. What he's seen, everything of that sort.
He's been around the game for a minute. We definitely know that he's a part of the disc golf community. Anybody says the name Luke Bagnardi, House of the Flying Disc, they know who he is. He's been around and
everywhere, not just San Antonio. Everywhere I've been, they see a shirt, they're like, Luke, and I'm like,
Luke.
yeah.
How do you know Luke? And we're at a tournament. And you know a guy named Luke? And I was like, yeah, I know him.
But yeah, no, we'll get to all that. Again, we got a good show coming up for you today. Just kind of going around what's kind of happened this week, whatnot. A spots have been crazy here in San Antonio.
Yeah,
Luke has one ongoing right now, and
you just missed it this morning. But I heard little birdie told me that somebody took the W, so I guess you can tell us about that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Of
course, playing great. Played with a good card. Had Kevin and Tyler on the card with me, so played well. That was good. Wish I could have brought that 3 weeks ago. But yeah, we were all chasing the ace out there. Gave it some good ace runs. Heard a couple yells. So
what course was that at?
It was McLean.
Oh yeah, you ran it at McLean this time, so
yeah.
So he does a lot of those types of things, and so without further ado, let's talk to the man himself. I'll let him introduce himself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're about.
What's up, everybody? Luke Bagnardi from House of the Flying Disc, San Antonio's Disc Golf Authority! You said Sports Authority a second ago, but it's San Antonio's Disc Golf Authority.
Thank you for the correction. I love it.
Which I'm incredibly grateful and to be doing all these years, more than 8 years now.
Yeah.
I just feel like incredibly blessed. All my life I just wanted to do something related to sports, and here I am with a disc golf shop, and pretty much my full-time job. It's
So how'd you get into that? You've been around the game more than most of the people that I've met. How did you get into it?
Into disc golf?
Yeah.
I knew what disc golf was because we had a disc golf course at my middle school. Some of the older people out there might remember Blossom Park. It's at Bradley Middle School, which is Heimer and Brook Hollow in northeast side of San Antonio. So we in like the '90s, a friend and I played it once, and we were just like, had some regular frisbees, we were just like, whatever. It's kind of, it's kind of dumb,
Yeah.
Hey, you're out there. You're trying to explore the game. I go free for
So we just played basketball. Like they had a basketball court there too, so that's how we knew about it. We saw it, and we tried it. But so I knew what disc golf was. A lot of people, it seems like, out there, the vast majority of people that still don't really, right? So my buddy Austin Bowler was just like, for months, telling, I knew him through Normal. I used to be an activist in Normal, a national organization for the reform of marijuana laws. Anyway, I won't get off that. Stop talking about that. For months he was like, you should come out and play disc golf with me, man. You like it? I was like, I tried it a long time. And finally one night, he was like, man, come on, it's fun. We got night golf tonight, and I wasn't really doing nothing else that night. And I was, I'll go. I'll check it out. And I went out, and it was a great group of guys out there at McLean for some night golf. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday night, and got hooked from there. Just.
How was the scene back then? I mean, not back then, but
man, it was still really good. Like those night golf rounds, we used to get 10, 20. There was probably like 15 players that night. Sometimes there'd be like 20. Of course, they have night minis now. Sometimes there's more than that. But just for like a doubles casual round, and it would be like all 20 of us on one card too. It would take forever, like 10 teams. You
guys are mobbing it.
Zombies walking. That's what they'd always say. Yeah, but it was. I feel like, it's definitely bigger now, of course, but it was a good little scene. It was a welcoming scene. I feel like everybody knew each other more kind of back then. But at the same time, you see like new disc golfers popping up every day.
Oh yeah,
literally every day.
I see them. I see their post on the San Antonio disc golf page, and
yeah,
they're like, "Hey, I'm new in town." I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
That used to be me too. Yeah, I used to go on there and be like, "Hey, man, anybody want to hit up Nanny like around 1 or 2, and I'd always somebody would meet me out there."
And me, like, I don't like to play by myself. I just don't like if there's an ace. Did it ever really happen? And that's just me. But I like to play with people. So like
I can't say the same.
I know, Chris. You play by yourself all the time. He's always playing with himself.
Loner golf, right? I call it loner golf. It's just like you're out there. I'm just here by myself.
Well, it depends on what my goal is. Am I practicing? Am I preparing? Am I just having a casual round?
Go to the field.
I go to the field, but sometimes you just need that kind of live action. Obstacles in the way.
You know, get that ace. And then tell me you hit it and then you didn't hit it.
It never happened though.
Oh yeah, it's happened to me. It really has.
Really got an ace by yourself?
Yes, I have gotten an ace before.
I actually have gotten an ace by myself as well. Too.
And it's just so like unfulfilling. It's so sad, but it's like you can't share it with anybody. I think that's what I love about the ace. Like no matter who's on your card, if you hit an ace, especially in a tournament. Like you don't even know the guy, and they're like just like yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like little lovebirds and stuff like that.
It's so crazy. And I just love that about it. Yeah. The money's a great bonus for sure. I only hit one tournament ace for like 1,200, I think. I believe, or 1,000. I don't remember what it was, but it was a tournament ace, and that was a good hit. Yeah. But I've never done it like that. Like it was one of those moments that it's like the energy, the people on your card.
Yeah,
really what. But
everyone's
that's why
rooting for each other.
That's why I don't like to go play by myself. But at the same time, I do go to the field and stuff like that. So
you don't like to be there yelling alone after you get the ace.
Yeah.
But obviously, and again, like I said, Luke's ace pots. I hit one of his for I believe it was like 1,250 or so before.
I thought it was like eight something maybe.
No, it was like Great Town.
Yeah, no, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little
inflation or what?
No, it was over. I know I paid out like 120.
There was a big gallery too. A lot of people we heard cheering. It was
we heard it from the other side of the course, that ace, and you always hear him on the course. It's just like,
and it's a smaller course, so yeah. But no, it was cool. But yeah, Luke, I mean, also the flying disc, and I know it's great hearing about how you learn about disc golf. I mean, but what was
So,
the idea behind
when
that?
did you join the PDGA, and what's your PDGA number? What's the story on that?
Yeah, before we get there.
Oh, so 70621. I joined the PDGA right before
5 digits.
right before I started the shop. Really, I've been playing a few years already, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna have a shop, like I should be a card carrying member, and yeah. So yeah.
And do you enjoy tournaments or just playing regular minis or casual cards?
I like it all. I tournaments, minis, casual rounds, of course. I actually got a couple tournaments I'm running before the end of the year, and I'm playing in a few coming up.
Nice.
I know y'all are too.
Yeah. I would definitely. Yeah, we'll talk about those too. I definitely want you to get those out. So the community knows. I know it's well in advance right now as well too.
And sign up for the. He always has really cool events, really cool stamps, and Nightmare Before Discmas. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that'll happen.
That event.
That'll happen again this year.
Nice. And then also, well, I'm sure
it's on Disc Golf Scene. You can't sign up yet, but it's on there. I think it's December 16th or 12th. It's like the second weekend.
And you just ran the Zodiac series too. That was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed that. I mean, Rob unfortunately won it.
That was fun. Yeah, Rob was.
Congrats, Rob.
Oh yeah, I did. I did take that one down. I loved it. It was like a wooden disc, and it was engraved with a stamp, and it was great.
Yeah. And tell us about that, Luke. Tell us about like your thought behind that and
the Zodiac series,
and how that turned out. Was it what you anticipated?
Yeah, that was actually really cool, and I'm gonna do that again this coming year, starting in either March or April, whichever date it ends up being. But that'll be Aries will be the start of it. It's just something I don't know. It's just something I thought of one day that I was like, man, how cool would that be to do like a tournament for every single Zodiac sign?
Yeah.
And then it's like that guarantees that like you're running tournaments, you're staying relevant and having fun and all that. Because I mean, this year, like I didn't really run as many tournaments. I had the last few Zodiac series tournaments, and then I had a shotgun start 1 round C tier, which you played, and
I don't think I did that well.
No, you got some credit. I think you won your division, but anyway, so but then like there's been so much going on this year. Like every weekend, people are running tournaments. So I'm just
when am I gonna? It's like jump rope. Like when am I gonna be able to jump in to run a tournament?
Yeah, you can't even find a slot like our next time frame.
And that's unfortunate. We were planning on doing a yearly with This Kings, running our
Oktoberfest,
the second annual Spooktacular, but that just didn't happen. I think he jinxed me because I remember him saying something about it. We named it the annual or what?
Oh, it's the first annual. The first annual.
Well, Luke had a pet peeve. So I came to his house one day. He's like, man, really? Like, he's like, actually, and he's right. He is right. But he's like, well, it's not necessarily inaugural, man. And I was just like, and then you said, it's not necessarily annual. It has to be inaugural. Yeah. Right. It's the first one. And I was like,
if it's first annual, then it almost never makes it to the second.
And that's what he said. That's what I meant saying. You jinxed us, man. Well, anyways, we're going to come up with some new sort of tournament. And we got some stuff brewing. As Disc Kings, Disc Golf is going to be promoting that. Me and my brother, that's our thing, and we're the ones who back up that a lot. And we got a lot of members as far as Disc Kings. But we're definitely going to hit the scene hard, and we're going to start adding, some unique tournaments to the city.
Yeah, with the courses popping up, Turkey Ridge. I mean, you got
and some just fun events. Like things that are different. Maybe I kind of want to run one for money, like where they can win,
unsanctioned,
like an unsanctioned one where you put a certain amount of money in, and just hit us with likes and let us know in the comments if you're down for that.
Who doesn't like money, right?
Yeah, and even the AMs can get it because it's not sanctioned anyways. You can even pay the AMs too. Like, I know they want plastic. Plastic's cool. I don't mind. I'm already at the point where I don't want plastic anymore as my winnings.
So much plastic.
Yeah, so I want to start hitting that MPO, that MP40, and, so have some fun with that. But, at the end of the day, Luke, he knows his stuff. He definitely has taught me things like that, the inaugural thing. But he's also, instructed me on some of the flights of the disc and kind of what they do. And
I remember, when I came onto the scene, I didn't know a whole lot. So I would go to Luke's shop. I hit him up literally out of nowhere because I saw his name online. Welcome me, hey man, drop by whenever. Just Guys, be careful around 4 p.m. That's Jeopardy time.
Oh yeah, 4:30 actually.
4:30. That's Jeopardy time. So be.
So where did the Jeopardy thing come from? Like I've ran into you, but I didn't know that was a thing until just now. But so
I just,
that's why you say I can't come over at 4. You can't come over at 4:30. I was like, man, I want to come. And he's like, no, I'm watching Jeopardy. Is that why? Is that a thing?
5:30.
5:30?
4:30 is when Jeopardy comes on. Yeah, I do watch Jeopardy every day still. I don't know, it's just something I like to learn, different neat facts.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
interesting.
You always learn stuff.
No, not that there's anything wrong with it.
It hasn't really been hitting the same lately. There's like this writer's strike going on and all that, but we're not here to talk about all that.
Yeah, no, but yeah, okay, but yeah.
Go back to this.
Getting back to the shop,
the writers' riot. No,
yeah.
Just kidding.
I mean, I definitely want to get to the stuff you have coming up and everything like that, but I mean, obviously the community, everyone, not even just in San Antonio, they know House of Flying Disc. How did that come about?
Yeah, I had a little bit of extra money one day. I'm a veteran, so I get money from the government.
Thank you for your service.
Disability money and stuff. Yeah, I was in the Army and stuff. And I was going to school too, and they give you extra money for going to school. So I was like, man, I got a little bit extra money. I've always, and I was talking to my friend. I was like, man, I should start like a business or something. I should,
And this is when you were into disc golf already, like
yeah. Oh yeah, I've been playing
How
disc
many
golf
years
for some
in?
years.
How many years in?
I don't know, 3-4 years maybe.
Okay.
3 years, or 4, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, but I was like, man, a pawn shop, like that would be freaking awesome. Like I've always wanted to own a pawn shop, and like I still do.
Yeah.
But and my buddy was like, you should open a disc golf shop, man. I'd open a disc golf shop. I call it House of the Flying Disc. That's what I do. And it's my neighbor, my neighbor, good friend, Daniel Rono. Y'all know Rono probably. And I was like, man, that's actually a pretty good idea. And so I kind of started looking around online, and I was thinking about it because everybody'd always talked about it too. There's no disc golf shops here in town. Somebody should open a disc golf shop. I'm going to open a disc golf shop. I heard all kinds of people.
Yeah.
But when I started thinking about it, I was like, man, somebody actually like really should. Like that's a whole like a need that we're missing.
There's a demand there.
Because we had Academy, you had Academy, and
Get your DX plastic.
yeah, Academy, and that was
Maybe Dick's, yeah. But
well, the gas stations by Live Oak, one
okay.
of which still carries the Circle 786 there, and the Spring Food Mart, which they're closed now. I actually bought a bunch of their stuff when they closed. But so I was like, this could happen, man. Like I could do this, And so I started looking around at shops, retail spaces and all that. I was like, man, like stuff's expensive out there when you're trying to rent a retail shop. And I was like, and so I made an offer on like one place, what I thought I could afford a month, and they didn't take my offer. And I looked at a bunch of places. I didn't really, love any of them. So I was like, I could just clean up the garage and, put up some stuff in there. And that's what I did. And here we are 8 years later, and it's been a blast. It's been a journey. I'm not filthy rich or nothing off of it. I mean, most people, I think without the VA money coming in, it'd be a lot more of a struggle. I mean, it's not like I could say it's like my sole source of income, but the business sustains itself. It's been a pleasure, man.
And the name fits it, right? House of the Flying Disc. Yeah. So, I mean, I know he said we should call it House of the Flying Disc.
Well, yeah, because we've always been, in the Kung Fu movies and stuff, so House of Flying Daggers.
Yeah.
Not that we were like direct copies.
So how's that been? I mean, just like setting up the shop, right? Like getting it going. I mean, I could imagine that you have to talk to manufacturers, you have to get deals going.
It's
How long did that take?
Back then it wasn't actually too hard. I've heard a lot of people now saying it's harder because there's so many people doing it. Mm-hmm. But this is like, there's no disc golf shops in town. We had Disc Nation in Austin, and that's kind of where I like modeled it off of, because they had the trade-ins and stuff. So
they were really like the only one when you started?
Yeah, basically. Flying Armadillo was like just started maybe a couple months after, but they didn't even start selling discs for a while after that anyways. But where was I about to?
Yeah, I mean, no, just the process of it, right? Like, I mean, how's that been? Like, how long did stuff take manufacturers? I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, back then it wasn't really that hard. Most of them were pretty willing to work with me. The only one that really wasn't was Innova, because they said I didn't have like a brick and mortar big shop kind of thing.
got it.
Okay, but I got on later, through tournaments, running tournaments. You can get their plastic. I don't know. But yeah, it was fairly easy. It was just a lot of money, and it was a lot of ordering stuff that now, like over time, you become selective of like what you order. You can't just order like everything. It's the whole thing's been a learning process.
Was it were you ever nervous? Like, man, is it gonna kick off?
Yeah.
Where we're going?
Yeah, kind of, man. Yeah, I was like, wow, I got all these discs now, and my girlfriend at the time was like, what are you doing? Like, you're buying all these discs. I was like, man, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Trust me, man. Like, this is gonna like put food in your mouth. She's like, oh, really? Okay. And then after a few months, she was like, okay, all right, cool. And it seems,
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's my brother. He does like pops and whatnot, and he invested a lot and collected, but it has actually paid off. Like, so I can understand. Like,
the market for collectibles is, if you're into it, and people will pay that money. And I've gotten my fair share of collectibles from Luke. I know he's got a lot of discs behind the scenes, a lot of sextants, Nate Sextons, but he's also got some of the rarer ones that I'm always trying to buy off him, but I never can. But what's your rarest one that you have that you like is your prized possession?
Yeah, I'm sure you've had a lot more opportunity.
Oh man, I have
just one.
Okay, all right, just one. I have this really cool Glowfly from DGA. It's got Steadyed's picture on it, and the only other person I've seen with one is Billy Ware. And I think I saw maybe one other on eBay, a couple on Facebook or something. But I don't know. There can't be a lot of them made. Anyway.
But if you go to the shop, guys, again, make sure you make it out there. If you're new to the community, you're trying to get started somewhere, Luke can help you with that. And you'll see a bunch of discs on his wall there. I actually go in there every time, and I'm just like admiring them. And I try and offer some money for them every now and then.
Oh yeah, I mean I'll sell all those. It's just got to be for the right price. And
right.
I have
the price isn't right for me.
and besides what you see in the shop, like I have other discs. Too, that I'll sell. But the price is right. But
those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to be able to eat, Luke. I want to be able to eat.
Like some discs, I can't even really put on the shop because I can't have people going in there and like lowballing me on them all day.
Can't do it, man.
Couldn't take it, man. I couldn't take it. But if there's something that you want out there, a special run or something, let me know. I might have it.
Yeah. Reach out to him. I know you got a social media.
And I try to be reasonable, man. I try to be fair. I want to be remembered and known as a fair guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about your legacy, man, like what you leave behind. And so, like, I want to be remembered as, like a good, fair dude, like a...
Which you are.
I would agree. That's your reputation. And I think that, you're really good to people when they come in there. You're very straightforward with them. Very good customer service
and variety now, right? You got used discs, new discs, backpacks. Yeah. I mean, you got roller.
You even have cards.
You got. I like your new mini stand.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna steal someone's awards and then I'll go pick them up.
Oh man, yeah. There's still a few trophies of them.
Yeah. Jericho Murillo, he still has his there.
Oh man, I love his trophy. I got a few of his trophies and they're always really good. And what's y'all's take? I see Brody all over Twitter, Brody Smith. For those of y'all that don't know, he's like a social media guy, but then he's an ultimate guy. Then he's a pro disc golfer. So however you feel about him, whatever, but he's got a lot of influence. Like he's kind of stirring the pot with the PDGA right now, and basically like called their trophy just. I don't know if he said trash, but I don't remember.
Which one? The one that the Eagle just won?
The pottery one, or the one that looked like the oil ring. And then he said about the steering wheel when it was was it and then he's been going back and forth. He actually had somebody on his podcast that was talking about, well, do you know the history behind why we do this? And and I know he I don't think he walked anything back, but he definitely like said like it's a bad trophy. He just kind of talked, and that's been I've heard on multiple podcasts that.
What's the steering wheel on this one?
It was one of the.
It's not the Mid America. It was the one that recently in Rochester. What was that one called?
I guess I missed that one. Yeah.
Well, it's an old one, and it was a silver event, I believe, and really nobody went. There's a few people that
It's
went,
still a
but
silver event.
yeah.
Oh, it was just in Canada. They were just talking about the recent one.
not that one. No, not that one.
Oh.
It was the one before that one. It was in well, anyways, it was a steering wheel. There was a car. They gave away a car the very first one, and then the history ended up being that the car that they ordered that part to, just kind of do that. Do you guys feel like trophies matter, and are there bad trophies out there? Because he's going back and forth. What's y'all's take on that? Like, do you think that the trophy matters? Like, you think that he's right, that the trophies out there are horrendous?
Luke, go ahead.
I feel like I'm always looking at the trophies like, man, those are so cool. I'd love to win that, but then I never do. So, like, I'm always like super like, I'm like a little envious of some of the trophies. I'm like, man, that is so cool. But,
I mean, for me, I guess I'm kind of like a trophy person, medal person, right?
Because you played sports before.
Right.
His thing is that it should be, something prestigious looking, and when they walk in, it's a talking piece. And
that I think it should be. I mean, think about it. They're charging for all the fans to be there now, right? And look how many fans there are. And on top of it, I mean, they're bringing in. I mean, there isn't as much fans as.
I think they need to figure that out.
Yeah, they do need to figure out.
Especially for everything else can be unique, but when you're talking about worlds, like that's a big event. You know what I mean? Winning that is life changing. It really is.
For sure.
On top of the contracts that you're gonna get, all this other stuff that's on the back end, other than just the 30 grand that it just was or whatever it was.
And there's different kind of people, right? Some people like financial rewards. Some people like financial.
But I'm talking but I'm on Brody. I agree with Brody because he says something. Here's one thing that I do agree with him on. That the PR of that, having something like that in a shot, just is not a good look.
Yeah,
it doesn't make your sport go forward, and it's bad for the, what does he always say? It's bad for the product, so to speak. So on that end, I could see it. Anything else can be unique. The steering wheel, the paddle, and
I agree with Brody. I agree with him because at the end of the day, like I was saying, the PDGA, they're making money, right? To run these events, they're having money left over to get trophies that don't look like they just melted aluminum together and here you go. You know what I mean?
That last Silver Series, the one that was in Canada, that one was...
Eagle even went like this. You know?
Yeah, there's a meme going out there that of Eagle. He's just looking like the reaction.
The jacket was better. The jacket was better. You know what I mean? So they gotta consider stuff. And I'm sure there's meaning behind it.
The C that was falling off.
Yeah, the C that was falling off.
But there's a story behind that, and I don't want to knock them for that. It just they didn't know what size.
But again, it's a Silver Elite Series, right? The PDGA has a say in this.
And it was bad timing too. It really was bad timing because it's right after Worlds, and I think
which is why you didn't see a lot of people there.
I think they need to rethink the Silver Series to making it something different, like for pros that are trying to make it, like almost like you have to make it here before you can make it here, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of what it already is,
but
the
minor leagues.
But
it's kind of what they do with your rating, kind of like you have to have a certain rating before you can play Silver Elite.
No, dude, I've seen like people playing those big events like 967.
Yeah, but I think that could be the rating.
Well, they have the qualifiers sometimes too, right?
Yeah, right. You have the qualifiers and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I guess trophy wise, I agree with the trophies. I like to have a little piece of a memory to, pass down. Just kind of keep around. Talk about your glory days later on to the grandkids and whatnot.
My hit back then.
When I could turn.
I feel like a lot of times players would rather have more payout than a trophy. Like if it fits, TD's budget is real tight or something, instead of buying trophies, they just might want to pay out more.
And I'm not on the thing where it needs to cost a lot of money. I'm more so where it needs to be, because I know they got they got to pay people on the back end and stuff like that. It's just got to be in a more presentable way.
You just think the trophy shouldn't be like cheesy, corny.
It's hard. I don't want to use those words, but at the same time, it could be. There's different people's tastes. You're gonna get knocked no matter what you do.
Gannon looked so funny in that cowboy hat.
Yeah, he did.
And people were doing the memes with Woody and stuff. That was great.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He's a funny kid, and but back to that. I guess.
I want to talk about the PDGA here in a bit. What's going on with the scene, Maple Hill, finals coming up. But Luke, just kind of like talking about the local scene, right? Because again, people from the locals are going to be listening to this. We want to make sure that we start seeing more faces to everything. I mean, talk to us about. I mean, there's actually a couple questions like that I want to ask you. But first, I mean, what do you have coming up? What's on your docket that you can let everyone know about now so they can start making arrangements?
Okay, so I am running some tournaments, and I'm playing in a bunch too. But we got the Greytown Get Down. The Greytown Get Down. It's a doubles bring your own partner tournament, unsanctioned at Greytown on November 18th.
Okay.
I think it's like the Saturday before
We're
Thanksgiving.
playing that together.
Yeah.
Yep, y'all are already signed up. There's a few teams signed up. I know a lot of people like to sign up for things last minute. That's fine.
Yeah, you'll probably have half of your assignments on the day
You
before.
have like 15 people.
But by all means,
Have 60.
sign up early.
Yeah.
Just to get
And
names on there.
I think I heard you explaining to someone earlier. You mentioned it's going to be longs on the first round.
The first round is longs, just best shot, and second round is just from the shorts. We'll have a little lunch break in between. I'm hoping to get a bunch of people signed up and maybe entice a food truck or something to come out there because Greytown's kind of out there in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, that'll be super fun. And what a perfect course for tournaments too. Greytown.
I love Greytown.
Yeah,
Get with me too. We'll talk about that because my wife does a lot of stuff with the food industry and all that. She did it for our tournament.
Yeah.
Ended up being
Shout out to
great.
Sweet Row Creations.
Sweet Row Creations,
And,
and imagine the reaction.
Of course, Sarah, the River Authority, which Mario Siller works for now.
Yeah.
They're on board and gonna try to support in some way, or at least
Nice.
come out, or I'm trying to get Mario to play.
Yeah, I think you'll have a good turnout for that, honestly, man. Because one, you're running it right, House of Flying Disc. And then two, I mean, everyone likes BYOP, right?
Oh, and I'll talk about the details of it too more. It's payout for AMs. It's payout and players packs. So
sweet.
both this time, and everybody's already in the ace pot, and then open is going to be a pretty good chunk of change in there.
Nice.
$80 a team. Well, minus your 5 ace pot each player, so it'll be good. And then after that, there's the Nightmare Before Dismiss. Which our triples tournament at McLean every year. Our holiday triples, we do like an optional gift exchange beforehand, and it's just a lot of fun. It's kind of more like a party than a tournament, but that one's of course unsanctioned also.
Are you still planning that for? I know the past 2 years you did it in December.
Yep.
Okay.
The date, it's already on Disc Golf Scene. Both of those are on Disc Golf Scene.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's really the only tournaments I have that, and besides the Friday minis, and which we might do some change it up a little bit, maybe have one like at Greytown or something one day.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that. My boy Shonuff, Jason
Oh
Ramos.
shoot! Show enough.
So he
It's
said,
literally one of our questions.
what are the questions? He's like, when are you going to take your Friday mini back to Greytown?
Or alternate or something like that.
Is there anything in the future? And I heard you just kind of talk about that.
Yeah, there's not like a set schedule really, but definitely, I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
Great.
I like Greytown. It's out, man. I just wish it wasn't out there too much, but
That's fun.
what's funny is people make it out there just because not a lot of stuff's held out there because of where it's at, but
Yeah.
it's a nice course that people underestimate. I mean, it isn't no ranch or no Moody's or anything like that, but for it being just 30 minutes away and having a good
It's a fun little course.
piece of land, like it's nice out there. It's relaxing.
Yeah, I'm gonna start getting to more tournaments out there. Maybe even like weekend minis again. I used to run one Saturday and one Sunday a month, but
Yeah, no one runs Saturdays. I mean, I would probably make it to, well, depends, but I know
you
a
got
lot of people who would make it to
stuff,
Saturday.
but,
morning.
sure.
Yeah. Nice, yeah. So I guess future of disc golf in San Antonio, Luke. I mean, what's a role that you're trying to have in it? I mean, do you try to actively be part of like tournaments? Offering people.
Man, yeah. I'm excited to play in the Monahan Ranch Open.
Okay, yeah.
Out of Bounds is doing that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, Windcrest coming up. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. That's what, next weekend.
Yeah, BMO the weekend after Windcrest.
Yeah.
So Brian McLean Open.
Yeah.
And then right after that, there's the Wildflower fundraiser thing that Debbie is running out there at Monahan Ranch.
Nice.
Kind of as a warm up to the Monahan Ranch Open. 2 rounds out there on October 7th. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be fun. So
Yeah.
I love that course.
there's still spots you can still sign.
Yep, there's still spots. Shout out to the Monuments and they.
But you asked about the role. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here to stay, man. I'm here for a long time. I'm always saying, I look forward to more years of disc golf with y'all, man. Yeah, this is I pretty much want to do the Zodiac series like every other year.
Yeah, it's a lot to take on.
Because it takes the whole pretty much year to.
Yeah, and it's a lot just like finding open dates and stuff. Y'all know that. It is a lot, man, but it's fun and people seem to really enjoy it. It was really well received, man, and I thank y'all all for playing in those, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. They were fun. Yeah, I mean, players pack every time. I mean, for a flex C tier, you don't ever see that.
Yeah, next year we'll do the players packs and payouts.
Nice.
So,
Oh, okay, nice.
So for AMs and then
I love it.
Yeah, sounds like some good stuff. Yeah, and then of course, like there's just so many options of courses opening around. Right?
There's a lot of disc golf
I'm
going
excited
on around
for
the world.
Yeah, everything going on. I mean, there's tournaments coming up, finishing strong. It's like I feel like this is the most tournaments happening during this time of year because professionally and amateur wise, A tiers, B tiers, C tiers around the country. And there's a lot coming up. I mean, me and Rob were playing in Circle G, hosted by Goose Promotions this coming weekend.
Shout out to Goose
super excited about this tournament.
I've been hearing about
me and Chris are actually going to play tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think we're on the first and second card.
First and second
card. MA1. So Circle G, those are two of my favorite courses. Circle C,
Roy G.
So that's T times.
T times,
yep. And I mean, it's a good thing we're in the morning, right? I mean, that's always good.
I'd rather play in the morning. That's just me.
Yeah.
What time is first card?
His is starting at 9:50, and now I'm starting at 10.
Okay.
And so it's a good field of. I mean, we do MA1. MPO is full too, like 34. Got some great players out there as well too.
Nice.
But yeah,
he always runs good events, and he runs he runs the NADGT before, and then he's I know he's affiliated with them, and then he has his own thing running, and the best of luck to him.
Yeah,
he's doing a great job.
That's Jacob, and then I believe it's Jace, and then you got Trevor Byers, who also helps us here in the studio.
And he runs tournaments too.
Yeah, shout out to these guys. They got a lot of stuff coming up in Starkey, in Austin, San Antonio.
So if you're from out of state and you so happen to be here this week, just tell them at the tournament that, hey, we're here because we heard it on the podcast show, and
they'll give you 25% off your entry. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man.
But that would be great to just know that we're helping to promote people out there. That's what we're doing this show for, right? So you want to keep that going. Again, Monahan, you got Moody's coming up end of the month. Rob's going out to Piney Woods representing.
Oh, nice! So, you're gonna play that?
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool.
That's a big 3-day.
Shout out to my sponsor, right? And my sponsor, Gateway Sports. They just sent me a bunch of
Gateway Disc Sports.
Gateway Disc Sports. There you go. So Gateway Disc Sports. He always corrects me.
Gotta get your sponsor right, dog.
I did, but I didn't get to finish. Anyways, I messed up.
I saw some commercials about some discs. I mean, is there any kind of like
there's some new stuff in the works,
stuff you can let us know about?
I'm excited about some of the new stuff they have coming up. Their plastic is getting their inventory as far as what they're carrying and the different types of plastic.
Mm-hmm. I will say that I'm not gonna lie. Before I used to be like, oh, here's these toys, this and that. I started like messing around, and he was like, just try them, dude. I threw them all perfect, like better than he did, just to throw that.
No, here we go.
No, but honestly, they felt good, right? Like I was like, oh dang, this feels like some good quality plastic. So I'm like, man, everyone's on the come up. Like everyone knows that, hey, they gotta kind of keep up with the next guy, and that's what they're doing. So shout out to them.
And there's like so much plastic. The Simon Lizotte disc is coming out there. He's gonna have his own brand and something like that. What was the name of the disc?
The Time Lapse coming out.
Time Lapse.
Yeah.
And $40 retail.
Destroyer numbers. But
oh, really?
Yeah, 12.5 minus 1.3 at least.
Should have gotten one of those.
But I mean, retail I believe is $39.99. So I mean,
for a $39.99.
That's what I heard. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
I mean, what does it do? Like,
why
is it?
There's
it
a
so
switch in the bottom,
and it says self finder,
and it finds the basket.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, that's they're getting crazy with it. $40 for
and they're making it really hard to get. Like, and I think they said 10 or 20 per retailer,
and it's Simon.
Yeah, and he's great for the game, and I hope a lot of the money's going to him because I think he's well deserving. He's a great guy. I haven't met him personally, but I have taken
He
a few
seems like
pictures
a
with
cool
him.
guy.
But
Yep.
I can't wait.
He
Maybe we can have
smashes.
him on the show one day. We just call him and be like, "Hey, dude,
Hey,
you want to come on?"
We're pumping.
Yes, come on. And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I want to
Yeah,
hear."
maybe we'll have him on.
Yeah, well, let's put it out there in the universe. Simon Azad, if you're listening, you're more than welcome to come.
Yes.
I don't think that well of. I don't think he's
Might not
gonna
even
like.
reach him. I was watching something the other day, and who said it? I think it was like Brody or Ezra, and they were like, "Well, chances are another pro's not going to see this, so I'll just go ahead and." I think it was Matty O. He's like, "So I don't mind saying what I'm going to do on the camera and whatnot." So that just kind of tells you, like, I mean, do you ever question that? Do you think other pros watch the other pros like, what, practice round at Maple Hill and stuff?
Oh yeah, they're seeing how they're playing the course.
Yeah.
And that's good content too. There's not a whole lot of disc golf content out there.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's good for the game. It's good to promote the game. And I think the more you go forward with stuff like that, like the videos.
Who do you follow a lot, like on the videos wise, and who do you keep up with?
Lately, probably Isaac Robinson.
Yeah. Weirdly, surprisingly, like I wasn't a big fan of Brody or Ezra. It was never really guys who stood out to me. But watching them lately, I've kind of grown to, watching. They're pretty cool guys.
Man, Ezra's a really cool dude.
Yeah. They seemed like a really nice guy, and I was like, okay, I was wrong.
I've heard that. I've heard that about him.
Yeah.
I've never met him. I've met him a few times when he was here training.
Ezra came to my shop and bought discs off.
No
me,
way,
man.
dude.
Tell us that story.
One of my
Dude,
claims
we need
to
to hear
fame,
some
man.
stories like that, man.
Well, he called me up one night and he was like, "Hey, this is Ezra, man. I come by the shop. I'm kind of close." I was like, "Yeah, man, come by." And it was kind of late, it was dark, but whatever. That's one thing, if I'll open up the shop for you pretty much anytime. If you get a hold of me and I'm there, text message is preferred. But anyway, so he came by and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." I didn't, like, everybody was talking about this guy, like, "Man, this guy Ezra, like, throws so far," and he's like, he's jacked and like, so like he bought like I remember he bought like a couple destroyers, I thought it was cool. And so when I seen him at the what is it, the Open at Austin, I said hi, man. I was like, "Hey, man, remember me?" He's like, "Oh yeah, House of the Flying Disc." I was like,
Nice, dude.
It's like, yeah.
but Johnny McRae, when he was in town, bought some discs off me too in my first year of business. In 2015, that was really cool. Bought a couple of DD discs off me, and he was like, "They give me these discs, but I'm never in a place where I can really get them, so this is convenient." And I was like, "Man, that's awesome." And Will Schuster came in the shop. He didn't buy nothing, but he came by to hang out because I found out he was in town. I messaged him. I think that was in like 2018, maybe. That was really cool. Mason Ford's bought discs off me. That I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think that's cool. To have like pros come in. Of course, who wouldn't think that's cool? Right? But it's not like it happens all the time. But
True.
Yeah, it's cool.
No, that's
it's
awesome.
Cool stories to tell.
And those pros, like you go to those events, like right now, what do we have going on? We have the MVP Open, last playoff event.
Last playoff event, Maple Hill,
and
top
your
course
boy,
in the world.
your favorite, Calvin Heimberg, he's on a tear now. He came back. I think he finished.
Honestly,
I think he was like
it was 20
11
or so.
under,
Yeah.
and then he finished with 2 bogeys. I think at 9 under.
9 under, and he could have easily been 13 under, man. Like I'm telling you, he was on a row.
But the day before, it was a completely different story.
And what's crazy though is he was still in the mix in the first day, and that's about the worst you're gonna see him play this weekend.
And
I'd say.
Saturday, what I've heard is the pins are going to be in a different place.
Some of them are shorter, I believe.
Well, and they're going to be easier to get, and the weather is not. Well, I think there's weather.
Wind. It's supposed to be windy. They said.
Well, today it was.
Yeah,
and
today was really
swallowed
windy.
up a few pros' disc, definitely.
Oh, I saw Eagle go off of one straight into the water.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's just a nose angle, I guess. And
I think he was trying to flip it, and it just caught that wind and dove right in, man. And I saw that a lot happen to a lot of people. I mean, but I will say, Luke. I mean, I don't know if you keep up with it, dude. I mean,
a little bit. I watch it.
Yeah, there's some names that I'm like your boy Isaac, man. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, Gannon's kind of up there. Simon's, doing what Simon.
I think
does.
Simon's gonna. I really think what's gonna happen is Simon's gonna come back from the middle of the pack. And
He
right now,
needs a major,
he's
right?
actually like 6. He's only like 2 or 3 strokes back.
Yeah.
He's gonna. That's his home course, And
Yeah.
he started off last year slow,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of turned it up and caught them
Well,
from
he
the
turned it
chase
up
car.
today. He turned it up today, and he didn't have a bad round yesterday either. But he's up there.
But 9 down at Maple Hill, that's rated the #1 course, MVP Open. For those of you that don't know, that course is the one of the most famous courses.
Yeah.
Not the famous, I'd say, but it's the number one rated
It's
course.
the number one rated course for 2023.
And I think why people like it is because there's a lot of shot shapes, different shot shapes back to back.
Now there's no par fives either.
But I think it forces you to not get into a rhythm of throwing the same shot like some tournaments where the
Right.
holes are kind of laid out with a certain backhand,
It
flip
doesn't
up or-
favor, I guess, like a lefty or righty. It doesn't favor forehand players, backhand player. Everybody, no matter what you are, you're going to get faced with a tough hole on that course. And yeah, I mean, just seeing some of them, I was like, wow, man, like this course. Like I imagine, like I want to go out and play these courses, but I'm like, man, these pros are.
It's Massachusetts, right? So like New England.
Yes.
Like,
Oh yeah,
it's-
Massachusetts, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Up
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
man, and up there.
Those courses it's like it's on a Christmas tree
The
farm or
Northeast.
something
Yeah,
like
Christmas
that.
tree farm.
Yeah.
And they change it. The cool thing is that it changes every year because I guess they choose which trees they want to cut down, and then they'll leave search, so it's like a natural rough.
Oh, that's cool.
So the course is never really. They've always make better tweaks as the tournament goes on.
Yeah.
This year it's a actual elite event, and I think they made it 4 rounds. It's usually
Yeah,
only been
points
3
are
rounds.
what 150%. So there's people there at the 30 spot, 29, 28. Mason Forwards, I think like 26. So
Let's go, Mason.
Good luck
Mason.
to Mason. But on the other side of things, I mean, anyone could be in or out here over the next 2 days.
I know a lot of the
That's
Lone
crazy.
Star guys are right. They're right there. There's a few of them that are like right there. If
Yeah.
they do well, like
Oh
I
yeah,
think they can.
Nico.
Like
Yeah.
Emerson.
Yeah.
So Emerson's automatically in because he had a win this
The
year.
major
Oh,
win,
so
or
no
not the
matter
major win,
what,
but the
he's-
elite event.
Right,
The-
he had a.
was it OTB?
It was, I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was
so,
OTB.
Yeah, and so basically, if you have a win at Silver Series or Major, so you're shooting, right? You're automatically
For USDGC.
for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. And so I mean that's you.
No,
pretty much-
were you talking about the USDGC or are you talking about the Pro Tour?
if you win a Pro Tour event, you get a bid into the USDD. Or you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
bid, but you get to be in.
Okay.
So,
I was
yeah.
like, were we talking about that?
Right, right,
But
yeah.
okay. The DGPT is going to go on. So which one happens first? USDGC, I think first,
I
right?
think
Then
it's
it's the
Before.
so people are fighting for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got? I'm putting you on the spot.
Before you get there, though, let's not forget
In USDGC?
the FPO is tighter than any of the last tournaments it's been.
Oh,
With-
yeah.
You got Haley King at the Evelina
Nice.
Solomon, and then
Did you
you
see
got
her interview?
Kristen. It's who Haley King.
Valerie.
Yeah.
I mean, she's the female version of Calvin Heinberg, right? You think pretty straightforward, blunt, straight to the point.
He's like, yeah, I like pizza. You like pizza? I like pizza. Yeah, I do.
But hey, she's focused. I mean, I know
She was like, "This is so boring, and this is like boring, and like I hate playing boring shots." And I was just like, "Whoa, okay,
But I will say, I mean,
she's great. She's a great player."
So I know there was a time there where she was mentioning how her mental was just not there to play disc golf, and it goes to show you guys like maybe just kind of stepping back, finding the right thing to kind of get back into it. I mean, and she came back stronger than ever.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
been up at the top. I mean, she's gonna definitely be in the fight for the USDGC champion, and then again, for this last one that really matters. I mean, her, Evelina, and
They're all
Tatar,
jockeying.
they're fighting. I
They're
mean,
all jockeying for position to get
Yeah.
the way the format works on the DGPT.
and some upsets too. Missy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all there right now at MVP Open. So it's hot. That's on the Disc Golf Network. If you don't have it, I know. I
Yes.
believe the first and
picks.
so who are your pick? Who are your pick for MVP to win? Who's
Who do
your
you-
pick for USDGC and the Disc Golf Pro Tour?
Or who do you want to win? Who you think maybe could win?
Okay, all right. Who I want to win, who could win. I mean, I really haven't looked at the scores.
MVP Open, right?
Yeah, so I don't really know, but I guess I'll say Simon because it's his home course and all, and he usually does pretty well there, right? And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he could have a bad round and do better than.
But of course, I'm always hoping like Mason will win.
Oh yeah, of course.
Mason Ford.
he's actually. I mean,
Uh,
he's in the top 30 right now, I believe. I mean, he's not. He
That's
is a
tough.
little far from winning, right?
Yeah,
Just because
that's
of the caliber of players you have at the top, but he could definitely finish up there.
No, we can always finish up there.
Of course, I always root for Valerie and Alexis, and FPO. I
So
guess
who
by
was-
now we just like expect Kristen to win,
right.
She's breathing out
But,
my neck,
but no, man, she's beatable, and anybody out there is beatable.
Yeah.
You could have a good day, and they could have a bad day.
And disc golf is like that. I think that like she's dominant. She really is dominant. But I think she is beatable. I think Valerie can.
It ain't over till it's over.
And definitely Haley can hold her own.
Yeah. And you got people in striking distance, both MPO, FPO. I'm curious, who do you think wins the lead card tomorrow? It's a amazing card, right? It's Calvin, Ricky Wasaki, Eagle McMahon, Kevin Jones, right? They're all at -12, -11.
So tomorrow's the final.
Tomorrow is this it's
Moving day.
Sunday.
Moving day.
Right,
Saturday.
okay, yeah.
So,
right.
so
and Sundays.
but I mean, in my opinion, right? I feel
Thinking.
that the winner could be in these top four, right?
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
you got Ben Calloway, Simon, Evan Smith, Nicholas Ansela, Freeman, Gossage, Orm. They're all in the mix still, right? But I mean, these top four right here. I mean, they're elite, right? I mean,
I'd say probably Ricky. I think he's
Ricky?
due for a good round. He's been getting better every round, and I think it's going to be Ricky to win that.
yeah, he
card.
only had like 1 or 2 bogeys today.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes over the lead or it's
Yeah,
like
one
one
bogey.
away from the lead. So he started to figure that course out, and like I can see him getting better. Like at least when you play a course more than once, you're always going to play a little better, unless you're tired or fatigued or whatever. You should, in theory, play it better.
Yeah, and I will say, I mean, obviously, my favorite. I like Calvin. I think he might have had his hot day, so we'll see how the rest of the. I mean, the weather's.
If his putter looks the way it looked like today,
Yeah.
he's going to be hard to beat.
Well, if his putter looked like it did yesterday, I mean, he would be way ahead of everyone right now, to be honest. So.
Yeah, and I think, putting's one of those things.
Yeah.
And I know he struggled here in the last few events. He hasn't won since April.
Low. His miss
And
was
that's the storyline going. Like, can he win it? Can he win a major? Isaac's got 2 in 1 year.
He actually really has nothing to prove.
It's the player of the year talks right there.
Simon too. Simon needs a major. He don't have one, right?
This year.
No, I think he has a lot of silver elite series, but he don't have a major this year, and I don't know if he has a.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Yeah,
But
so-
he's definitely due for one.
Well, he
I
won
know.
he won the Music City Open. That's not a major.
Yeah, that one's
The
just
majors
silly.
were the-
Well,
champion-
majors like USDGC,
USDC,
Worlds,
European Open,
right?
Champions Cup.
Champions Cup. So no
Worlds
so
and then
could be anyone.
and what was the other one?
The European, and then you have the Champions, and then you have I think it's just 3.
No, the Worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, some people play it for that. And, I know definitely I wanted to talk to you about one thing. Like, tell us what you love most about disc golf. We were talking about this a little off air, like how you view disc golf.
Oh, I mean, for me, it's like my life now. My whole day is disc golf. I get up, I play disc golf in the morning. I'm selling disc golf, or I'm selling discs in the afternoon.
Talking.
So, sometimes I'm selling them in the morning. I even play in the afternoon sometimes. Or night golf even.
I see you play a lot of night golf.
Yeah,
I
disc
feel
golf
like-
is like my entire life, man. I don't know what I would do without it.
That's good. And it's a good a stress reliever. Good. Kind of get away from the crap going on in the world and whatnot, or your personal life, jobs, whatever it may be. It's a good relief, and so. I think anyone could find it, and
We're really lucky to have it, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a good.
Yeah, no, that's good. But hey, look, we actually got something new and interesting going on here on the show today. Little trivia game that we have.
All right,
Just
all right.
Luke owns the shop. Rob's been around the game for a while. Thinks he knows stuff. So
I know a little. I know a little.
I just kind of want to do something real quick. Basically, we're just gonna kind of see how knowledge we are on the disc, right? I mean, that's a big part of everyday playing, right? What's your disc do? What do you know about the disc? How's it turn? What's fade? And throughout the, just trying stuff, I can imagine y'all two would know quite a bit. So I'm just gonna kind of go over.
It's a disc trivia.
Yeah. So I want to it's a disc trivia, best 1 out of 10. Basically, whoever gets the most right has to buy the loser has to buy the drinks after.
All right. So is this like do we buzz in? Is it like Jeopardy?
Well, actually,
Do we have to answer in the question form?
The form of the
What
question.
is a Leopard Pro?
what is a Leopard Pro? No, so basically,
I'm kidding.
maybe you might not even know it, right? And I'm gonna go.
Can I phone a friend?
He won't.
He won't. I'm gonna go kind of from the bottom here, right? And raise your hand, right? Just raise your hand, see what you got. So, what are the numbers on a Costa Plus Falk? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Is that
Oh man, yeah, you had to say cast.
What? Yeah, like, that's not even fair, man.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting off with a little bit of.
Can you at least tell us?
It's like a no. It's like a.
It's a 5 speed.
It's like a 9. It's like a 9501.
So you're actually very close, Luke.
02.
No, you have the one right. So I'm gonna say it right, just so we don't prolong this, right? But
All right.
cast plus
You
one.
think we're never gonna get it?
You probably will never get it, but Luke got very close. You were way off.
I was. Apparently know nothing.
But yeah. So 9, 6, -2, 1.
Okay.
All right. So now we're gonna go on to something a little bit different, right? So our little bit different brand, right?
Like a regular brand.
Yeah, so we're gonna go
A regular brand.
A major brand.
So we're gonna go.
People out there, Cash the Plush is a major brand, asshole.
It is a lot of it's some people like it. I know, and they throw only that. The people that I've seen that throw those discs, they throw them like almost exclusively. But there's a few people that I know, but other than that, yeah, it's hard to get. Let's say that.
Yeah, so let's do this one, right? We're gonna. And how familiar are you all with MVP? Do you feel you're
Not very good.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit, man.
So 5, 4, -1, 1.5. What do you think it is?
That is that's the hex
Close, similar.
reactor.
Nope.
No,
Tensor.
dang, you cheating. Hold on, I'm
Axis,
thinking.
it's,
Let me process, man. Let me process.
Dude,
I'm kidding you.
Rob, you get a chance.
All right, no.
Is it the paradox?
Nope, that's unstable.
That's like a -2 or 3.
I'll give you a hint. Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I know it.
Go.
The Matrix.
It is the Matrix.
Oh.
All right, we got Luke up
Morpheus.
1.
Luke's
All
up 1. All right, I'll keep score right here. Don't
So
worry.
now, this is a tough one. I'll be honest. I wouldn't know it. It's from Black Zombie.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It's 11.5, 6 -2, 2.
That's the oh god, what's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue.
The tip of the tongue.
Tip of the mouth. Tip of the
No,
tongue,
I
tip of
know
the mouth,
because
tip of
they
the tongue.
don't have that many black zombies, and you should know this.
Is that chainsaw?
Gateway makes them.
No.
Oh, that's a part. Dang it.
Not the shotgun. Shotgun's a mid range.
It's the
It's
blade?
the,
No, it's not the blade. That's not even one.
It's
That's
something
that's
crazy,
you.
man. It's the
Discords.
We'll come back to it just
Cannon,
in case
the
we need a
arsenal,
tiebreaker.
Okay.
All right.
I'll think of it.
Okay, so
The Berserker. Is it the Berserker?
it's not the Berserker, but it's almost kind of like.
That's
you're
all.
on the
That's
right
all I
track.
got.
All right, so I'm just gonna say it because I don't think we'll get it now. We're not gonna get it later, and we actually do have a tiebreaker one. So that is the flamethrower.
Flamethrower. See, that's their new one. I haven't gotten to stock
Yeah,
yet
okay.
or have them or.
All right, so now that we're gonna get into a couple of the similar. You know what? Let's get this one out the way. I think someone might know this one.
Destroyer.
Firebird. Destroy.
So the second I say it, you're gonna get it. So I'm just gonna go off the numbers. 2302.
That's a P2.
An AVR.
Nope. I could say the brand here, and it,
Wait, well, you didn't say you didn't narrow it
I
down.
can't.
The
As
bullet.
soon as
The
I
bullet.
say it.
It's the bullet.
it's close, but no.
Oh, it's the
The
profit.
Prophet.
Nope, that's exactly the profit numbers, but it's not. It's a different brand though.
Oh, okay. I see. So
Is it the wizard?
It is the wizard.
Tricking us.
I
Right.
don't
It
even
is the
remember the
wizard.
numbers. That's my baby.
Hey,
man.
wizards
Yeah.
are great, man. I used wizards for a while.
I love
So
wizards.
is that 1-1?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that is one.
Okay, so we're gonna go now, and we're gonna go for mint.
Okay.
All right. So this one, I think it's an 8 or 9, right? To be honest, 8, 5 -2, 1.
Jackalope.
It is the jackalope.
Yes.
Yep.
He didn't raise his hand though.
Yeah.
Dang it! I lose a point.
Okay.
Just
So
blurt
now
it
we're
out,
gonna
man.
raise our hands. Let's
No,
forget
it's-
about the rules. No, but
No, that's good.
so this one is from Lone Star.
Ooh.
All right.
Lone
And in case
Star.
I missed this, Trevor, in case I don't get the hands right, let me know who raised their hand first. It's 10, 6, -4, 1. Luke.
That's the tumbleweed.
It is the tumbleweed.
Ah.
Yeah.
I was too slow.
2-2.
Yeah.
I know a little known story.
All right. So now let's go to an Innova one. All right. So we're gonna go 1300.
Oh, the Nova.
It isn't the Nova. What?
Okay.
It is the Poke. All right. Next one, we're gonna go Discraft 4303.
Is that a drone?
No.
Oh, the Malta.
No. Malta's 5.
Go ahead, Rob. Man.
Okay. I'm thinking. What was it?
4303.
The Zone.
Oh, it is the Zone.
It is
Duh.
the Zone.
Why did I say the Zone? Duh. That's so obvious. I throw a
Get
zone.
an interesting.
Oh, they're gonna have to call Little League.
There's probably out there screaming the
So-
Zone.
What is it? 3-2?
10-run rule.
Is it
Little League
3-2?
10-run rule. Little League 10-run rule. No, I'm just kidding.
What is the score? 3-2?
Oh, he's keeping.
No, it's
you're
2-4.
keeping score over there?
2-4. Okay.
I have
So
4.
we have 2 more.
I have 4. You have 2.
What? No.
All right,
Really?
here we go. This is, and I'm going to say the numbers because I know you're going to get it the second I say it, but I want to see what pops up to your head first. 14-6 minus 1-2.
What brand is it?
Okay, I'll say Innova.
Corvette.
Did you raise your hand?
Corvette.
Luke got it.
Dang
Hey!
No, he did get it. Yeah, good job.
That's all 3. I give you that one. I didn't follow the rules.
We have 1. If Luke gets this one, we go into a tiebreaker.
Damn,
Which is
man,
actually, I'm telling you, a tiebreaker.
I can't lose the disc trivia.
Okay, so it's gonna be. I can't tell you the manufacturer because you'll get it, but I'm gonna get you the numbers and you should recognize it. 9116.
Oh, the
The tilt.
It is the tip.
because I was like, I know that one. There's
But
nothing
see, the
else.
thing
with
is
those
that
numbers.
you
That's-
have
yeah,
seen
there's nothing
so
else
many
like that.
discs in your lifetime.
Well, right, but the tilt is like the only 9116.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Well, there's nothing else like that, right? I don't think. Trevor?
No.
Well, guys, first.
Oh, that was fun though, man.
Do I get like a
First
cuppy or
trivia.
do I get like a...
Wait, I don't know. Do you want a trophy? I get.
I want a trophy, man. Go get something from your garage.
Actually, Trevor said he has a trophy. For
Yeah,
it.
so
What is it?
we got to start coming up with a trophy. We should come up with a trophy in the theme of that.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we'll have that coming in.
That's fun. I like
think that's
that,
a great
yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
we'll
that
keep
coming,
doing it
yeah.
every week. But guys,
Damn, I can't believe you beat.
I can't believe I won.
guys, I'll be honest. I didn't think Rob had that.
I was like Will Ferrell
This guy
in like
always
old
asks
school.
me.
He's like, he says, oh, whatever. And he's like, oh, that
You
hurt.
can thank
The
your
Paul
tutor.
Pat.
Do the last one, see if they'll get it.
Which one? That was that one.
The streamline one.
Oh, I didn't see that
Oh,
one.
I know this one.
Okay, Streamline. 11.5 minus 3.2.
The Trace.
It isn't. That's -1 2.
I
I believe.
No, it's 11.5 and minus 1 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you said minus 3 2.
Minus 3.2.
That's the. Oh no, it's the Jet.
It is the Jet.
Dang it.
Oh,
I was like, man.
that bonus question counts as 3. Rob loses.
Oh,
Nice dreams. No, but
Still,
it's
still
been good.
undisputed
It's been good.
champion.
Luke, once again, we want to thank you so much for coming on.
Man, thanks for having me. It's been
Yeah.
a blast. Yeah.
Trevor, thank you for all your hard work on the back end of it.
Yes. Trevor Byers, by the way, y'all. Camera's
Trevor.
not on him, but he's been helping us get set up here in the studio. Just honestly, the best thing we could appreciate from him is the just the feedback, right? Whether it's the hard feedback by the software,
Oh, yeah.
or the easy
Always trying to get
feedback.
better.
But that's how we're gonna learn, right? Is honest feedback. And Luke too, kind of got with him earlier today. He's telling me what he thought of the shows, and my brother too. And like we got a lot of listeners out there, and we're
Yeah, I've
just
seen them
looking
all
to
now.
get better. Yeah, we're looking to get better. We're looking to figure this out even more. And
Yeah,
we get
well.
excited for everyone to grow with us, subscribe to us. But House of the Flying Disc, shout out to Luke. If you've never been by there, go check them out. Again, there's a few shops out there, but Luke's is where I first bought my first disc, literally. If I didn't find it.
Yeah.
And
I think you lost it like 10 days later or something.
yeah, it was like 5. And,
Right.
but no, he's
It
helped
happens.
me when I first got there. Allows me to go, chill with him, talk about the game a little bit. I
Oh,
get to, to learn from him as well too, as far as the flight numbers. Everything goes, what's coming out. I really appreciated it so far, you know, and I think you're going to continue to do great things for the community and be a big part of the community moving forward.
Yeah, man. Like he said, y'all hit me up anytime, man. Just send me a text message. Make sure I'm there. You know, let me get the AC running out there. But don't ever feel like you're bothering me. You know, sometimes I worry about people like, oh man, I've been there 4 times this week. I can't go again. But like, no, absolutely come by. Like, you know, you can come by every day if you want.
So you
Even
make
if you
money.
just want to come look and you don't even buy nothing. You know, like I don't care, man. You know, I'm happy to talk about disc golf like any time of day.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, but mostly in the afternoons.
Yeah, but before we go,
Before 4:30.
He's like, but nothing before 11 o'clock. Nothing before 10. No, but he's definitely very flexible, good guy. House of the Flying Disc, that is. Thank you so much, C-Rod, Trevor, Luke, for joining me tonight. And this is Southpaw Raw. Raw. Southpaw Raw coming at you hot. Now sizzling out, getting ready to go back home and lay down.
Yeah, and guys, I appreciate it again.
Get on there.
We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us today. And just shout outs real quick. I just want to shout out some of the businesses that do work with us, and some local businesses. And even if you want us, guys, subscribe, tune in, comment if you want us to shout out your business. We'll learn a little bit.
Do you have any ideas on other segments that we might be able to do that you might be interested
Something
in?
you want to hear?
I'm excited to see who else comes on.
Yeah, and
that's really cool.
We're excited to see who else comes on
Yeah.
too. Yeah, we might do some recap here next week or so. Just kind of talk about everything that's going on. What we're seeing. Just kind of me and Rob. And seeing who else we can get.
We can come and report back how we've done in the tournament.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
should talk about that.
That'll be good. And what we saw, just from the amateur point of view and then being around the pros. But again, shout outs to a couple, of our sponsors. I want to thank my wife, Sweetwell Creations.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine the Reaction, again, House of Flying Discs. And guys, if you're into kind of Funkomania Pop, something like that, check out my brother, Funkomania SA. He's doing Comic Cons, everything like that. I know he's trying to grow the business just like we are and everyone else. So go out there, support him, check him out. Got some good stuff out there, some rare stuff, and so, he's had some stuff in cases where I'm like,
they should make some disc golf pops.
oh
right?
dang,
That would be
Brian
sick.
Fair, make it happen.
Yeah.
Brian Fair, make it happen. But
A pop
Yeah.
of Brian Fair.
But-
I'd buy it.
yeah,
Bride Dice, shout out to Bride Dice, just a local.
support the local businesses.
Oh yeah. So thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yeah.
That concludes our podcast. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Throw it straight and keep them in the fairway.
Yeah. Good luck
and
to
have a good
anyone
time.
playing this weekend. Rob, good luck tomorrow. I look forward to everything coming. So yeah,
Oh,
have
yeah.
fun, y'all.
Peace.